Suyu travels through the world of Douluo and awakens the judicial system. As long as the guilty person is tried, rewards can be obtained. Facing the fierce competition from all the villains, Suyu's first target for trial was Hulena. Hulena's crime of betrayal. Leaking 100,000-year-old soul beast information to Tang San, resulting in the failure of the Martial Soul Hall operation. Punishment. Exile to hell, bitten by ghosts, burned by karmic fire. Bibidong's criminal love brain. Leaking secrets of the Martial Soul Hall and the Angel Family Code to Yu Shaojiang. Punishment. Whip 100 times and beat the skin and bones. Tang San was guilty of double standards, hypocrisy, ingratitude, and stealing Tang's sect secrets, which were countless. Punishment. Death penalty, immediate death penalty. There are also Yu Shaojiang, Ning Rongrong, Tang Hao. None of these self-proclaimed right people can escape. Keywords of the novel. Douluo. Counting charges, beginning sentence of Hulena no pop-ups, Douluo. Counting charges, beginning sentence of Hulena complete collection download, Douluo. Counting charges, beginning sentence of Hulena latest chapter reading. Chapter 1. Live Trial, Loyal Hulena. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 1 Live Trial, Loyal Hulena Chief Judge. Suyu Plain. Douluo World, for each trial of a Douluo character with a 60% public support rate, rewards from the system can be obtained. Tip. In the palace of the trial council, you will be invincible. Crossing. Douluo World. I didn't expect such a thing to happen to me one day. Looking at the system subtitles appearing in the eyes. Suyu took a deep breath and remained silent for a long time before accepting this fact. Although I am currently just an ordinary person. However, with system cheats, one should soon be able to reach the top of the world's strongest. After all the villains in Douluo can become stronger as long as they are judged, which is simply lying down and winning. Double label dog Tang San. White-eyed wolf Hulena. Love brain Bibidong. These characters who can be named are hardly good things. Let's start with Saint Helena. Suyu pondered for a moment and quickly chose the first goal. The next moment, the live trial begins. A huge light curtain has appeared all over the country. Judge the Holy Maiden of the Martial Soul Hall, Hulena, crime. Traitor, White-eyed wolf, Martial Soul Hall Bibidong, who was preparing for the decisive battle at Jiaoling Pass, was discussing plans with the elders when a sudden light curtain appeared, which startled everyone. Bibidong narrowed his eyes slightly and looked at the prominent characters on the screen, his expression suddenly displeased. Bastard! Who's causing trouble? As the Emperor of the Martial Soul Palace, Hulena is not only her beloved disciple, but also favored like a daughter. Now that the Battle of Jiaoling Pass is about to begin, there is such an interlude, which is clearly someone deliberately stirring up discord. Bibidong's soul power erupted and began to envelop the entire Martial Soul Hall. After a round of inspection, she didn't notice anything unusual. With my current strength, there are few opponents in the entire Douluo continent. If you want to play tricks in front of me, it's impossible not to leave a trace. Is it difficult? The power of this light curtain comes from the divine mansion. Bibidong's heart trembled as he looked at the light curtain in front of him, unsure of what he was thinking. Teacher, what's going on? On the side, as the Holy Maiden of the Martial Soul Hall, Hulena looked very ugly. The first judge of the light curtain is oneself. She also listed her crimes as traitors and white-eyed wolves, which were clearly aimed at her. His Majesty the Pope, calm down. Since we can't find the source of the light curtain, why don't we see what the person behind this is really trying to do? Anyway, the Virgin is loyal to you, and trying to sow discord with just one light curtain is completely in vain. Chrysanthemum Pass takes the initiative to step forward and ease the atmosphere. Bibidong and Hulena felt justified and no longer cared about where the light curtain in front of them came from. Start squinting your eyes slightly, looking at what the other person wants to do. On the other side, the Tiando Empire. When Tang San was discussing with everyone how to deal with the Battle of Jiaoling Pass, a huge light curtain suddenly appeared in front of everyone. When you see the words that appear above, it is the judgment of the Holy Maiden of the Martial Soul Hall, Hulena. Every face showed a playful expression. Interesting. Judge Hulena. It seems that the evil deeds committed by this Martial Soul Hall cannot even be tolerated by heaven. Tang Sanjing's divine power was released and it was discovered that the source of the light curtain could not be traced. Immediately regard this as a miracle manifestation. You should know, now he is the sea god. Even he cannot explain that power is definitely a miracle. And the judge of the light curtain is their arch-nemesis, Hulena. Tang San subconsciously regards the person behind the scenes as an ally. Teacher, who did this light curtain? Emperor Tiando looked puzzled. This is deep inside the palace, surrounded by heavy troops. The person who can silently release the light curtain in front of them must be an extremely terrifying existence. If identity cannot be determined, it is an unstable time bomb. Don't worry, even though I'm not sure what's going on. But since this light curtain is aimed at the Martial Soul Hall, it must be on our side. We just need to watch carefully. Tang San confidently explained. The avalanche made sense upon hearing the words, and my heart slowly breathed a sigh of relief. Since he relies on himself, that's what King Lanhao said. That won't be any problem. Soon, the entire Douluo world was attracted by the trial video. Suyu didn't hesitate anymore when he saw that he was almost ready. Immediately start listing Hulena's first crime. Betrayal video footage arrives at the Starry Forest. At this moment, the Martial Soul Hall is secretly carrying out a soul-hunting operation. Gue Douluo and Ju Douluo, as the confidants of Bibidong, are leading a group of elite soldiers from the Martial Soul Hall to hunt and kill the 100,000-year-old soul beast, the soft bone rabbit. At this time, the timeline scene is already dominated by the fusion of the martial souls of the Azure Bull Python and the Titan Ape, controlled by the Gue Douluo. The bipolar stationary field firmly controls the two dominant stars of the Big Dipper forest, unable to move a single point. The other soul saints in the Martial Soul Hall, led by the Golden Generation Yen, all rushed towards the transformed Xiaowu. As the prey was about to be captured, a masked man in the crowd suddenly took action. Countless blue-silver grass entangled, directly saving the endangered soft bone rabbit. Tang San. Seeing this scene, Bibidong sitting in the Martial Soul Hall suddenly turned cold. This matter has always been a shame for the Martial Soul Hall and a thorn in her heart. The carefully prepared soul-hunting operation was abandoned by Tang Sanyi. Ju Douluo's face was bitter, and he slowly looked at Hulena who was standing by. I didn't expect the content of the light curtain trial to be a soul-hunting operation. At that time, Saint Hulena was severely punished by Bibidong for this incident. Hulena remained silent, looking at the familiar scene in front of her with a heavy heart. Third brother, isn't this you and little dance sister? Tiando Empire, Ma Hongjun looked surprised. How come there are still Tang San and Xiao Wu in the video of trying Hulena? Fatty guy, this is the battle Xiao Wu sacrificed in the beginning. Seeing the past exposed, Tang Sanyi looked proud. At that time, I fought fiercely against the 8 soul saints of the Martial Soul Hall with my own strength. Although Xiao Wu sacrificed herself in the end, she has now resurrected the other party with her own abilities. What? So this is the day little dance sister sacrificed. Upon hearing this, Shrek's 7 monsters all showed signs of shock. But soon, their shock was replaced by expectations. At that time, Xiao Wu offered sacrifices, although it caused a heavy blow to everyone, but this matter has already passed. They just want to see how the Martial Soul Empire was played by Tang San now. Teacher, I really didn't expect that you once fought against so many soul saints in the Martial Soul Hall with your own strength. Notify all citizens of the Tiendo Empire and show me the teacher's demeanor carefully. Avalanche is so clever. Now that Jialing Pass is about to start a decisive battle, Tang San, as the trump card of the Heavenly Dou Empire, holds absolute weight in everyone's hearts. If everyone could see that Tang San was not only unharmed under the siege of the Martial Soul Empire, but also defeated the opponent, it would definitely greatly boost morale. End of this chapter. Chapter 2. The soul hunting operation is public, with charges of betrayal. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 2. The soul hunting operation is public, with charges of betrayal. How could that be? Tang San is Tang Yin. As the video continues to play, Hulena looked at Tang San, who had revealed her identity, and her heart was filled with complexity. She brought the other party into the action team. It was also because of himself that Tang San learned everything about the soul hunting operation. Now watching Tang San take action against everyone in the Martial Soul Hall due to his small dance, Hulena's heart became complicated. Kill me. Kill Tang San. Yen was the first to react and rushed towards the opponent with a group of soul holy elites. Tang San sneered at the corners of his mouth and remained calm in the face of the crowd siege. It's easy to break free from constraints. Ma Hongjun. He truly deserves to be the third brother. Faced with the siege of the Martial Soul Hall and a group of strong opponents, he was not at all at a disadvantage. Dai Mubai. The third party is the Shrek 7 monsters. Even if the golden generation of the Martial Soul Palace takes action, they can only run away with their tails clamped. Ning Rongrong. Yes, look at that saint in the Martial Soul Hall. She's already scared and stuck in place. Avalanche. Blue Hao Wang Weiwu, Martial Soul Empire must defeat, on the screen of the light curtain, along with Shrek 7 monsters and the Heavenly Emperor, mocked. Bibidong of the Martial Soul Empire's face immediately darkened. The message sent by this group of people has been seen by the entire Douluo world. This is completely shameless and insulting the Martial Soul Empire in person. Bibidong was angry in his heart and couldn't refute it. The outcome of this battle is well known to everyone. However, in order to cover up the scandal, no one except for the people who participated in the soul hunting operation knew about it. Now being publicly tried, not only will Hulena be affected. The face of the entire Martial Soul Empire will be deeply hurt. Tang San, good method. I deliberately chose to play the video at this time to suppress the morale of my Martial Soul Empire. Bibidong is suppressing his anger. Hulena's expression froze. Is this video played by Tang Sanfang? How could he treat me like this? Even if he doesn't like me, he can't play with my emotions like this. Hulena felt very sad in her heart. The failure of soul hunting operations is almost entirely due to oneself. If Tang San hadn't been brought into the team, so many things wouldn't have happened. Yen. Tang San, you hypocrite, will use such despicable means, Tang San. It's ridiculous. You guys were foolish and didn't recognize my identity, so it's worth mentioning that I'm the next one. Ning Rongrong. People are not good, don't blame the road for being unfair. Third brother, I support you. On the public screen, Yen and Shrek couldn't argue anymore. And the video footage has arrived at the scene of 8 soul saints besieging Tang San. Due to being dragged down by the 30,000-year-old human-faced magic spider, Tang San missed the best opportunity to escape, and his own strength also reached the end of his strength. The pursuers of the Martial Soul Hall blocked the way and prepared to work hard to solve the two. Let's go together. Kill Tang San. Yen let out a loud shout, and the Flame Lord's martial soul instantly unfolded. At this moment, several other soul saints also released their martial soul true bodies. Blue-Silver Domain. God-Slaying Domain. 8 Spider Soul Bones. Blue-Silver Emperor Entangles. Tang San used all his means and not only broke through the critical moment of life and death to level 60, but also successfully resisted the joint attack of the 8 Soul Saints. As the Holy Maiden of the Martial Soul Hall, Hulena never wanted to give a fatal blow to her beloved who was so tragic. Xiaoyu knows her sister's thoughts, and at this moment, she dare not easily take action against Tang San. Because he knew that if he personally killed Tang San, Hulena will definitely distance herself or even hold a grudge against herself because of this matter. Golden Crocodile Douluo. What is Hulena doing? Since she has recognized Tang San's identity, why hasn't she made a fatal attack yet? Qinghuan Douluo. Such a great opportunity. As long as Xiaoyu and Hulena release their martial soul fusion technique, they will definitely be able to kill Tang San. In the Temple of Worship, the 6 major worshippers saw this scene and their eyes were full of condemnation. They didn't know about the soul hunting operation before, and were not sure if there was such a thing between Hulena and Tang San. Nowadays, when I see videos, everyone can't help but complain. Although Tang San would undoubtedly die if he launched an attack at this moment, Hulena refused to take action. This is simply in vain as the Holy Spirit of the Martial Soul Temple. Ma Hongjun. Joke, your saint doesn't even have time to like third brother. How could she possibly take action? Dai Mubai. Fatty guy, you're really a heart killer. Oscar. This is already the truth, Shrek 7 monsters are crazily arched into the fire. If the relationship between Bibidong and Hulena were to break down due to this incident, that is also a good thing for the Tiendo Empire. Nana, have you seen it? In their eyes, you are just a tool that can be used. Tang San has no feelings for you at all. Bibidong was not angry, and by this time she had already seen through. Tang San wants to use this matter to transfer his relationship with Hulena. Then take the opportunity to suppress the morale of the Martial Soul Empire. Sorry teacher, I have let down your expectations. Hulena had a guilty expression on her face, and her deep eyes were already twinkling with tears. Tang San's move was too ruthless. He publicly judged himself, making the name of the saint a laughingstock. Video footage, quickly reaching the final moment. Xiaowu sacrificed herself to protect Tang San. The terrifying danger that erupted caused the Azure Bull Python and Titan Ape to instantly break free from the 2 polar stationary realms. With the arrival of 2 100,000-year-old soul beasts, Zhuge Douluo had to order the people of the Martial Soul Hall to choose to retreat. Tang San. Martial Soul Hall. You caused Xiaowu to be forced to sacrifice in the past, but now I have resurrected her. I will seek revenge from you both for old and new enemies. Ning Fengji. Good boy, truly the person I admire. The 7 Treasures Glass sect is willing to fight with you until the end. Dugubo Bibidong's face must have turned green. Not only was it empty-handed, but Xiaowu was also resurrected. Tang Hao. He is truly my good son, Avalanche. The Martial Soul Hall has turned against the Heavenly Gang, destined to be unable to defeat the Heavenly Do Empire. Blue Hao Wang Weiwu. The video footage ends, and the Tiendo Empire is in peace. 1,000,000 soldiers saw this scene and their morale instantly skyrocketed. With so many elite troops deployed by the Martial Soul Empire, they cannot defeat Tang San. This decisive battle at Jialing Pass is definitely also a victory for the Tiendo Empire. The Empire of Martial Souls, Hulena's heart is as painful as a knife. My love for Tang San is so humiliated that no one can bear it. Chrysanthemum Douluo lightly patted Hulena's shoulder. Don't be sad. This kind of person is not worth it. Douluo originally wanted to comfort Hulena. After all, he and the deceased ghost Douluo had long regarded each other as granddaughters. The second trial crime that popped out of the light curtain in front of me immediately plunged the atmosphere of the Martial Soul Empire into a heavy state. Trial of the Virgin Hulena, crime. White-eyed wolf, why is there still something else? Seeing this scene, Chrysanthemum Douluo sighed inwardly that it was not good. Although I'm not sure what the next screen will be playing. However, he had a premonition that this would probably cause a heavy blow to the martial soul hall again. End of this chapter. Chapter 3. Shame of the Martial Soul Hall, by Bibidong Zhen Anger. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 3 Shame of the Martial Soul Hall, by Bibidong Zhen Anger, Mahongjun. Oh, this saint of the Martial Soul Hall is not a good thing. There is actually one more crime. Oscar. The Martial Soul Palace is an evil force, and their crimes have increased. Dai Mubai. That's right. He has committed many evil deeds and will be judged by heaven. Yen. You guys are really jerks. If you have anything to do with me, don't bully Nana, Tang-san. Joke, do you think you can escape? I will definitely make you repay the grudge of the Star Forest 100 times back then. Chrysanthemum Douluo. If you have any grievances, come to the battlefield to solve them. Why use this method, Ning Fengji? It seems that your Martial Soul Hall has already panicked. I am really looking forward to the next video footage, Ning Rongrong. Quickly play, list the second crime. Suddenly, there was a fierce argument above the light curtain. The Martial Soul Empire doesn't want to lose face again because of this matter. No matter how they attack, these light screens cannot be destroyed or destroyed. The first video was just played, which caused such a response. The real show is still to come. Suyu looked at the comments on the screen of light, his lips curling slightly. Hulena, where is this crime? Douluo world is full of villains. Especially the hypocrisy of Tang-san, his crime is truly a matter of mutual indignation. To edit the other party's crimes, Suyu may have to spend a lot of time. After all, the other party doesn't have just one or two like Hulena. But now, it's important to try Hulena first. The video screen starts playing at this moment, it is still in the Star Forest, and all the teams of Hulena, except for her, have been killed by the King of Slaughter. And Tang-san, who felt the call of the god-killing domain, also arrived here at this moment. You finally came. The King of Slaughter saw Tang-san appear, and a hint of fierce killing energy flashed in his eyes. He threw away the seriously injured Hulena with one hand and rushed straight towards Tang-san. You destroyed the capital of Slaughter. Upon hearing this, Tang-san not only felt no guilt at all, but also looked proud. That corrupt country has finally been destroyed, and it's not in vain for me to waste a fairy grass. When I cleared the killing capital, I threw a blood-colored swan kiss at Huangquanlu. This immortal herb can increase the toxin of Huangquandu by tens of millions of times, becoming an unsolvable poison in the world. The King of Slaughter was angered by Tang-san's words. The whole person quickly charged towards the opponent. And this scene also caused a huge uproar in the entire Douluo world. Golden Crocodile Douluo. What? The capital of Slaughter has been destroyed unexpectedly, Bibidong. Tang-san, you are truly a born person. Once you have mastered the realm of the god of killing, you will destroy the capital of Slaughter. Hulena. So the reason why the King of Slaughter chased me was because you threw a poison in Huangquandu Martial Soul Hall. Hulena's face was full of disbelief upon seeing this scene. When she was in the Starry Forest, she never understood why the King of Slaughter had to take action against her. Now it seems that I was implicated by Tang-san. Tang-san. Bibidong, you already have a way to take death. The corrupt kingdom of the capital of Slaughter should not have existed. Yu Xiaojiang. The third party is right. The capital of Slaughter is a kingdom of evil. Yen. Joke, if you have the ability, don't use the god-killing domain, Tang-san. What's the reason why I don't use what I got based on my abilities? Mahongjun. That's right, I see you can't eat grapes and say they're sour. If you have the ability, you can also go and take a god-killing field. Yen. You are truly hypocritical. The capital of slaughter has been destroyed. How can you obtain the god of killing domain? Ning Rongrong. This video is a trial of Hulena's crimes, not the trial of third brother, which shows that third brother did the right thing, Oscar. Rongrong, you are really smart. Ning Rongrong's words instantly silenced the marshal's soul hall. The protagonist of this video is Hulena. There is really no point in discussing the city of slaughter now. Bibidong's eyes narrowed slightly, she wanted to see which crime Hulena had committed. As the video footage passed, the king of killing gradually regained consciousness from the chaos under the influence of the sea god light. After Tang San met the other party, Tang Chen knew that his time was running out, so he left the Haotian order to the other party and went to Sea God Island to search for Poseidon. Tang San, no matter where you go, don't go inside the forest. My teacher is hunting soul beasts there. Hulena thought it was Tang San who saved her when she saw the king of killing leave. Quickly informed the other party of this news. With this statement, Tang San not only drew a clear line with the other party, but also quickly advanced towards the interior of the forest. This is the time to hunt the Titan ape and the azure bull python. Seeing this scene, Chrysanthemum Pass has already reacted. He couldn't believe that Hulena had reported to Tang Santongfeng. If it weren't for the other party, the critically injured Tianqing flowing python and Titan giant ape would have been items of the martial soul hall. Ghost Douluo will not fall because of this. Nana, what have you done? Bibidong was angry. The previous 200,000-year soul beasts were about to arrive, but Tang San picked peaches halfway through. She thought it was her bad luck. Unexpectedly, it was his most valued disciple who leaked information. Including the previous soft-bone rabbit, 300,000-year-old soul beasts were all taken away by Tang San due to Hulena. The opponent is simply the biggest obstacle to the martial soul hall. Sorry, teacher. Hulena felt guilty and could only bow her head with guilt. Ghost Douluo fell and 200,000-year-old soul beasts were robbed, and she was also very sad in her heart. At first, she just wanted to remind Tang San not to go and die. Unexpectedly, it actually helped the other party obtain information. Golden Crocodile Douluo. Bibidong, the saint you have chosen is truly loyal, giving way to the 100,000-year soul beast twice, Qian Renshue. It's really foolish. Such a person deserves to be a saint. The martial soul hall will eventually be destroyed in your hands. Lion Douluo. Hulena is falsely regarded as a saint and has repeatedly leaked important secrets of the martial soul empire. She must be dismissed. Evil Moon. Your Majesty, please give Nana a chance, Yen. Your Majesty, it was all because of Tang San, the villain Nana, that she was framed and deceived. On this side of the martial soul hall, with the disclosure of Hulena's second crime, everyone has exploded. The temple of worship has long been dissatisfied with Bibidong. Now that there is an opportunity for suppression, they naturally will not miss this opportunity. Bibidong was filled with resentment in his heart. He had already dealt with enough enemies every day, and his internal situation was so unstable. I treat Hulena so well and treat her as my own daughter to cultivate. Why did the other party betray themselves? Teacher, punish me. As long as you can calm down, I am willing to accept any punishment. Hulena knew that she had already hurt Bibidong's heart. Any explanation is useless now, as long as it can restore the relationship between the master and disciple, she is willing to accept any punishment. Chrysanthemum Guan's face was full of bitterness. When he learned that the culprit who indirectly harmed Death Ghost Douluo was his favorite Hulena, his heart was extremely complex. End of this chapter. Chapter 4. The Fury of the Temple and the Deprivation of the Virgin Mary. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 4. The Fury of the Temple and the Deprivation of the Virgin Mary. Nana, you have disappointed me so much. As the Holy Maiden of the Martial Soul Temple, I have always regarded you as a successor and hope that you can accept the next papal position. Over the years, I have been dedicated to your cultivation and have never owed anything. Why did you betray me, betray the entire Martial Soul Hall? The disappointed voice of Bibidong echoed from inside the main hall. If it were the first soul hunting operation, Hulena let Tang San go because she couldn't react for a moment. So the second time the Star Do Forest leaked secrets, the other party really betrayed the Martial Soul Hall. At that time, Bibidong led all the titled elders out. As forest lords, the Azure Bull Python and Titan Ape were besieged in turns and were already at their end. As long as we wait a moment longer, these two 100,000-year-old soul beasts will definitely become the belongings of Bibidong. But who would have thought that Hulena leaked this matter to Tang San, causing 200,000-year-old soul beasts to sacrifice and die? All the efforts that have been prepared for so long have made the wedding dress for Tang San. Third brother, the offering hall of the Martial Soul Hall seems to be at odds with Bibidong. If we take advantage of this opportunity to sever the relationship between the two, it would be good news for us. The Heavenly Do Empire Ning Rongrong saw Jean Crocodile Douluo and others putting pressure on Bibidong on the public screen, and a memory surged in his heart. Rongrong is right. This is indeed a good opportunity to differentiate the Martial Soul Hall. The Temple of Worship has 6 major titles, Douluo, in addition to Qiandoliu. If they help Bibidong, it will be very disadvantageous for us. On the contrary, they can also be a helping force in cracking down on Bibidong. Yu Xiaojiang stood up with a serious analysis on his face. The decisive battle at Jialing Pass is approaching, and if there is one more conflict in the Martial Soul Hall, the Heavenly Do Empire will have one more chance of winning. Although Bibidong once had a relationship with himself. But Yu Xiaojiang won't show mercy. As long as the Heavenly Do Empire defeats the Martial Soul Hall in one fell swoop, his name Yu Xiaojiang will be passed down for eternity. Those soul masters who once regarded him as useless would pay a price for it. You and I thought of going together. I also have this intention to separate the Martial Soul Hall. A smile rose from the corner of Tang San's mouth. For him, Hulena is a tool person. As long as it can be used to deal with Bibidong, he won't have any hesitation. Tang San. Hulena, as long as you leave the Martial Soul Hall now and join the Heavenly Do Empire, I can forget the mistakes you made in the Martial Soul Hall before. Yu Xiaojiang. Your Majesty Avalanche is kind. In consideration of your repeated help to the third party, I am willing to give you a chance to reform. Ning Rongrong. Hulena, don't underestimate the opportunity given by third brother. If it weren't for you giving way to 3 100,000-year-old soul beasts, we wouldn't have accepted your arrival. On the public video screen, Tang San and Yu Xiaojiang are killing their hearts. As the Holy Maiden of the Martial Soul Hall, if Hulena joins the Heavenly Do Empire in front of 1 million soldiers, it will definitely greatly undermine the morale of the entire Martial Soul Hall. Golden Crocodile Douluo. Bastard, even if Hulena is executed immediately, she is absolutely not allowed to join the Heavenly Do Empire. Lion Douluo. Bibidong quickly handed over Hulena, first dismissed her position as the Holy Maiden of the Martial Soul Hall, and then imprisoned for release, Qingwan Douluo. Those who betray the Martial Soul Hall cannot be forgiven. At the Temple of Worship, the 6 major worshippers saw this scene and a strong killing intent flashed in their eyes. As the guardian of the Martial Soul Hall, they will never allow Bibidong to destroy this foundation. Qian Rinxue. Hulena's actions are not worthy of being the Holy Maiden of the Martial Soul Hall, damn it. These guys want to take this opportunity to suppress my power. A hint of anger flashed on Bibidong's face. As the Pope of the Martial Soul Hall, even if the 6 major worshippers were dissatisfied with her, they dared not openly target her. Now that the Hulena scandal has been exposed, it immediately becomes the title of the performance of the worship hall. Not only that, the 1 million-strong army of the Martial Soul Hall has also begun to waver. Now in the military camp, everyone knows that the saint of the martial soul hall is Tang San's betrayal of his mentor. If left untreated, it may be difficult to calm everyone's emotions. Hulena. As a saint of the martial soul hall, I have never considered betraying her. My teacher is as kind to me as a mountain, and I have treated her like my biological mother. It was a momentary mistake to leak the secrets of the martial soul hall before, and I am willing to accept any punishment. In the martial soul hall, Hulena looked at the comments on the public screen and felt a pain in her heart like a knife scraping. The fall of the Tiendo Empire has made her a target of criticism. Although it is clear that there is a hostile relationship between the two parties. But everyone can blame her, only Tang San cannot. Now she is being condemned by everyone, all because of Tang San. If the other party still has a bit of conscience, at this point, they should not arch the fire and use themselves to divide the conflict in the martial soul hall. Yen. His Majesty the Pope, all the worshippers, please give Nana a chance. We are willing to kill Tang San to redeem ourselves. Evil Moon. That's right, as long as you're willing to give Nana a chance, I'm willing to do anything. As the golden generation of the martial soul palace, Xiaoyu and Yen couldn't bear to watch Hulena become a prisoner. Golden Crocodile Douluo. If the Pope insists on favoring his disciples, then don't blame us for stepping down from your papal position, Lion Douluo. No distinction between public and private, it seems that you and your disciple are equally useless. Qinghuan Douluo. No need to talk nonsense to Bibidong. Since she refuses to take action, we will take over the martial soul hall now. The 6 major worshippers saw that Bibidong had not given an order for a long time, and were delighted in their hearts. They wanted to take this opportunity to suppress both of them at the same time. Bibidong. Hulena made a big mistake and let go of 3 100,000-year-old soul beasts. I stepped down from her position as a saint in the name of the Pope. However, considering that she was being used by Tang San, I left her in the military to redeem herself in the future. Inside the martial soul hall, Bibidongjian's situation is not right. I can only personally order to strip Hulena of her position as a saint. Nowadays, the assessment of the Rakshasa divine mansion is only one final step away, and at this time, there must be no conflict with the temple of worship. Otherwise, all previous efforts would have been in vain. Ma Hongjun. Why are you staying at the martial soul hall even after losing your position as a saint? Otherwise, come to the heavenly Do imperial family to serve as a servant for third brother. Dai Mubai. Fatty guy, you're really bad. Although Hulena is the holy maiden in front of the martial soul hall and is infatuated with Xiao San, the relationship between Xiao San and Xiao Wu cannot be separated. Ma Hongjun. I didn't say I wanted to separate San Gu and Xiao Wu Jia. I was just giving each other a suggestion. At least this way, I can see San Ji's peerless appearance every day. Yen. Bullying people too much, I must kill you all, Tang San. You can try it out, I will definitely use 3 moves to slay you. On the public screen, Shrek 7 monsters and Golden Generation are once again embroiled in a heated argument. Ma Hongjun and others only want to escalate the situation. It's best to have the worship hall execute Hulena and then force Bibidong to fight fiercely. In this way, the Heavenly Do Empire can easily win this battle without any effort. End of this chapter. Chapter 5. Hulena's Homeland, Exile to Hell. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 5. Hulena's Homeland, Exile to Hell. The scene of dogs biting dogs is truly unbearable. Suyu couldn't help but sneer as he watched the Heavenly Do Empire condemning Hulena from a moral high ground. Although Hulena leaked the secrets of the martial soul hall and betrayed Bibidong. However, Shrek 7 monsters and Yu Shaojiang and others are just birds of a feather. Now it's just not time to judge them yet. Now, Hulena's crimes have been made public, and it should also be the final trial stage. Since there is a mistake, it should be punished. Depriving the position of a saint is just punishment from the martial soul hall. Su Yu's execution was much more cruel than that of the martial soul hall. Tiendo Empire, great mood for avalanche. Teacher, you're really amazing. A few words have caused conflicts within the martial soul hall. Moreover, the army of the martial soul hall also suffered a setback in morale due to this incident. Although the temple of worship and Bibidong did not tear their skin. However, this matter has already left a spark between the two sides. As long as the 6 major titles of Douluo in the temple are not standing on the east side of Bibi, it is easy for the Heavenly Do Empire to defeat the martial soul hall. Your Majesty praised me falsely. I just used a small trick to make them catch fire in front of me. This is not because I am powerful, but because Bibidong is not worthy of being my opponent. Tang San raised his head and looked proud. Yu Xiaojiang glanced at his disciple and felt a bit unhappy. This plan was clearly proposed by Ning Rongrong and him. Tang San is just a cannon behind the scenes. Why should he attribute all the credit to the other party? Emperor Do really lacks emotional intelligence on this day. As a theoretical master, one should also have their own place in evaluating merit and rewarding others. And the other party is a disciple taught by themselves. When it comes to scheming, Tang San is definitely not as good as him. Xiaojiang, why do you look a little bad on your face? Lu Erlong noticed the changes in Yu Xiaojiang and couldn't help but ask with concern. It's okay, maybe it's due to the upcoming big war, overwork, and a bit tired. Yu Xiaoge forced out a bitter smile and did not express his thoughts. To make a name for oneself in the world, one must rely on Tang San and Shrek 7 monsters in the future. He cannot express his dissatisfaction until his goal is achieved. Since the master is tired, why not go back and rest first? I dare not easily invade the martial soul hall on this front line. Tang San showed a hypocritical smile on his face. But the emotions in my heart are a bit unpleasant to say who has contributed the most to the Heavenly Do Empire. There is no doubt that he is the Blue Hao King. Yuxiagang is just a theoretical master, besides being able to speak up, he is just a waste that even Soul Lord cannot reach. Shouting hardship and exhaustion before the big battle begins, I'm sure I want to gain some presence in front of Emperor Tiendo. Be careful with this, Tang San has already seen through it. No need, I can still hold on. For the sake of the Heavenly Do Empire and the eradication of evil, I am willing to die to the death for the world. Yu Xiaojiang's words were incredibly righteous, and Avalanche was immediately infected by these words. I am truly a master, with such a broad mind and ambition. My Heavenly Do Empire has your assistance, why worry so much? Gongzi is really good at pretending to be pitiful. Tang San looked at the happy scene and could not help roast. As justice, as the son of fate. I am the one who should be the focus of all the stars and the moon. Why should a useless person like Yu Xiaojiang grab a sense of existence? On the other side, the martial soul hall Bibidong looked extremely disappointed at Hulena. Although in her heart, she has already treated the other person as if she were a daughter. However, surrendering to 300,000-year-old soul beasts, Bibidong still couldn't help feeling angry in his heart. If it weren't for Hulena stirring up the trouble, she would probably have completed the assessment of the divine mansion by now. Nana, you go down. Today's situation, I hope you take it as a warning. Don't get entangled with that little man Tang San anymore. If there's another time, I'm afraid I can't keep you either. Got it, teacher. Hulena lowered her head, her eyes filled with despair. After this incident, she finally saw through Tang San thoroughly. In order to stir up conflicts in the martial soul hall, I am willing to use myself. Just when everyone thought that this matter came to an end, here the screen on the light screen suddenly changes. The charges of betrayal have been made public, punishment. 1 day of exile to hell, yes/no support, exile to hell. Seeing this scene, Ju Douluo, who had been silent for a long time, suddenly exclaimed in surprise. Bibidong's pupils shrank and he immediately stood up from the papal chair. Bastard, what exactly is the person behind this trying to do? It's not enough to use Nana to stir up a relationship, I actually want to be exiled to hell. The killing aura on Bibidong's body enveloped the entire martial soul hall. Although Hulena did something wrong to herself. However, despite spending so many years together, she still has a daughter-like love for Hulena. How could it be like this? Hulena's face turned a bit pale. I thought this matter would end here. Unexpectedly, after the charges were announced, there was still a punishment section. Offering hall. When the 6 major worshippers saw this scene, a hint of playfulness appeared on their faces. Interestingly, it seems that the person behind the light curtain doesn't want to easily let go of Hulena. Since that's the case, let's watch a big show. Regarding the punishment process, various forces uphold different attitudes. Without any hesitation, the temple immediately chose to support. After all, Hulena is from Bibidong. In the future, if the 6 major offerings want to elevate Bibidong and elevate Qian Renshue's status, we must completely eliminate her influence. If the people behind the light curtain are willing to take action, they can also save a lot of trouble. The Heavenly Do Empire Shrek 7 monsters and the royal family saw this scene with a joyful expression as they all chose to support it. It seems that the forces behind this light curtain are indeed on the same side as us. The avalanche was in a good mood and exiled Hulena to hell, which was enough to show that she was standing opposite the martial soul hall. Otherwise, we wouldn't have done things so absolutely. Yen. Bastard, what have you all done? Why did your approval rating suddenly soar to 80%? Within the territory of the martial soul empire, Yen saw this scene and roared angrily on the public screen. I originally thought that the only people who chose to support would be from the Tiando Empire. Unexpectedly, many people in the army of the martial soul empire also chose to support execution. In their view, Hulena, as the holy maiden of the martial soul hall, must be severely punished if she chooses to help Tang San defeat Bibidong. As a soul master, many people have great admiration for Bibidong. Not only can you enjoy welfare allowances every month. Moreover, within the martial soul empire, there are no descendants of aristocratic families, no distinction between royal and noble families, and all are treated equally. For many soul masters from the bottom, this can be considered a dream world. In order to achieve Bibidong's ideal goal, they are willing to fight against Jindo. Hulena, as a saint of the martial soul hall, is a disciple passed down by Bibidong. Not only does it not help its own teacher, but it also leaks secrets. This is unbearable for many armies and people of the martial soul empire. End of this chapter. Chapter 6. Forcefully breaking into the martial soul hall and capturing criminals. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 6. Forcefully breaking into the martial soul hall and capturing criminals. The support rate for the execution of Hulena has been on the rise. Due to the hostile stance of the Tiando Empire and Tang San's interference, the entire population chose to support Exile. On the side of the martial soul hall, Bibidong and Yen wanted to stop everyone. But the population of the empire is really too large. So in just a moment, the approval rate has reached 85%. Seeing such high support for the execution, Hulena was completely stunned in place. She didn't expect that due to a video, the once towering saint of the martial soul hall would suddenly become a criminal for public trial. How terrifying is the 85% approval rate? This indicates that out of 100 people, 85 wish for her to be exiled to hell. And among them, including Tang San, whom she longed for. Hulena was hit, and she was charged all because of Tang San. It's okay if the other party doesn't help explain. Unexpectedly, he still fell into the well and threw stones. Are you a very cheap person? To be humiliated and exploited by Tang San like this. Hulena's heart was filled with grief and anger, but she had nowhere to vent and could only silently swallow all the grievances on her own. Nana, don't worry. This exile to hell is just a cover-up. I don't believe it. The person behind this light curtain dares to run to the Martial Soul Hall to steal people. Seeing Hulena's appearance, Douluo couldn't help but whisper comfort in his heart. Although Hulena did something wrong. However, even if there is a penalty, it is still more severe than Bibidong's punishment. When will outsiders come to point fingers and make decisions? I'd like to see who's behind this light curtain. If he dares to come to the Martial Soul Hall, I will make sure he cannot leave this place. A cold light flashed in Bibidong's eyes. Although she was very disappointed with Hulena. But after all, the other party is her own disciple, and over the years she has treated them like daughters. So even if he harbors resentment in his heart, Bibidong does not want Hulena to pay the price of death. As long as the other party draws a clear line with Tang San in the future and wholeheartedly dedicates themselves to the Martial Soul Hall, Bibidong can give the other party a chance to redeem themselves. Yen. No one wants to take Nana away. Tang San, if you dare to come, I will fight to the death with you. Evil Moon. I won't let you go if I hurt my sister so much. As both the Golden Generation, Xiaoyu and Yen were extremely angry when they saw Hulena being bullied. At this moment, they only killed Tang San to relieve their hatred. Tang San. It's funny. Why should I go to the Martial Soul Hall? If Hulena commits numerous crimes, someone will go to trial. Why should I take action? Ma Hongjun. Yes, I saw the worship hall of your Martial Soul Empire, and I really wanted to kill Hulena. Dai Mubai. Fatty guy, aren't you making things difficult for others? Evil Moon and Yen are chess pieces trained by the Martial Soul Hall. What qualifications do you have to shout at your master? Yen. A despicable person who wants to provoke the Martial Soul Hall at this time, Golden Crocodile Douluo. How to act in the Sacrifice Hall. You don't need guidance from the Shao generation. The 6 major worshippers are becoming increasingly averse to the Shrek 7 monsters. The other party really thinks that the sacrificial hall can be easily instigated. Everything they do is for the Martial Soul Hall and the Angel family. Hulena. Tang San, are you really going to be so ruthless? Watching Tang San fall into the well again. Hulena is completely angry. I am the holy maiden of the Martial Soul Hall, but I have been stripped of my position as a holy maiden because of the other party. Tang San not only did not feel any guilt or comfort, but also had a smug expression on his face. Tang San. Don't be delusional. Where is the relationship between you and me? The Martial Soul Hall is the enemy of the Heavenly Do Empire, and you will always be my opposite. Ning Rongrong. You really don't know what's going on. Third brother's ability to save your life in the Star Forest is already considered the end of his life. How dare you even question third brother? Evil Moon. The people of Shrek 7 monsters are really shameless. The King of Slaughter was provoked by Tang San, and Nana was affected, causing all of her teammates in the Martial Soul Hall to die. Shouldn't this account be counted on your heads? Tang San. Talking too much is useless, Hulena will eventually be tried. The Heavenly Do Empire. Tang San's mouth curved into a sneer. He is now eagerly anticipating that the Saint of the Martial Soul Hall will be exiled to hell. Once this happens, it will be a heavy blow to the Martial Soul Hall. Bibidong. Hulena is a person from the Martial Soul Hall. I will punish her for right or wrong. When will she receive guidance from outsiders? Bibidong. If you have the ability, you can try it out. Our Martial Soul Hall has set up a trap for you to come. Bibidong is incredibly domineering. Openly provoking Su Yu, the person behind the scenes. He certainly won't get used to such requests. Court of Judgment. Summon Hulena. The judgment hall bestowed by the system contains terrifying power. Su Yu's mind moved and a huge transformation occurred in the martial soul hall. At this moment, a figure in a black robe holding a hook and sickle slowly emerged from the void. Black energy lingered in her hands, and a chain immediately imprisoned and bound Hulena. Bold! How dare you come? Chrysanthemum Douluo saw the people behind the scenes so bold, and immediately unfolded all 9 rings, preparing to capture them in one fell swoop. Chrysanthemum residue, full of injuries on the ground. This move is the killing move of Ju Douluo. Even if it is a title Douluo, one must fear it like a tiger. Obstructing the executor. Kill without mercy. The black-robed servant casually struck, causing the Chrysanthemum Douluo to fall back with serious injuries. Grandpa Ju, don't worry about me anymore. Seeing this scene, Hulena cried out with heartache. He knew that the title Douluo was as vulnerable as ants in front of this black-robed powerhouse. Your Excellency, you really want to get things done. If you release Nana now, let go of all that happened before. The Martial Soul Hall is willing to honor you as the first elder. Bibidong's eyes showed a hint of solemnity. From the just confrontation, she could feel that the strength of this person in front of her was definitely no less than that of the Divine Mansion. If you offend someone, it will not benefit her or the Martial Soul Hall at all. Black Robe ignored and continued to drag Hulena towards the void. He only obeys the presiding judge. As long as Bibidong and others do not hinder him, he will not initiate an attack. Teacher, I am willing to accept punishment. Don't take action again. Hulena shook her head and looked at Bibidong with a guilty expression in her eyes. I truly deserve the cultivation and kindness of the other party. Bibidong treated her as if he were his own. But due to personal gain, he ordered all 300,000-year-old soul beasts to sacrifice themselves to Tang San and die. Nana. Bibidong is in a hurry and wants to take back the opponent. But the black robe only released a powerful pressure, which immediately made Bibidong, who was almost half divine in extreme Douluo, unable to move. How could? Even a first-level divine mansion cannot be so terrifying. What kind of divinity is this black robe? Bibidong felt a huge shock in his heart and could only watch Hulena disappear from his sight. Chrysanthemum Pass and other elite members of the Martial Soul Hall are all dumbfounded. The trap they set up has now become a joke. End of this chapter. Chapter 7. Hell's Pain, Bitten by 10,000 Ghosts. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 7. Hell's Pain, Bitten by 10,000 Ghosts. The video of Hulena being tried caused a huge uproar in Douluo world. When the light screen changed again, the other party had become a prisoner and had been arrested in the judgment hall. Yen. Nana. Evil Moon. This is impossible. The elite of the Martial Soul Hall are all coming out, how could they possibly fail? Upon seeing this scene, Xiaoyu and Yan's mood instantly sank to the bottom. This is simply unbelievable. The person behind the light curtain was able to rush to the Martial Soul Hall and capture the saint. In today's world, even the arch-nemesis Tang San cannot have such skills. Bibidong. Capturing Nana's black robe may have reached the realm of a divine king. Bibidong sighed and his face was filled with helpless wounds. She tried her best, but unfortunately it didn't work at all. Don't say she's not yet the Rakshasa shrine. Even if you pass the inheritance assessment and become a first-class god. It's impossible to shake the powerful god king. Golden Crocodile Douluo. What, who in today's world has this ability? Upon hearing this, the faces of the 6 major worshippers suddenly changed. Although they wanted to suppress Bibidong, the other party rushed to the Martial Soul Hall to arrest people, posing a huge threat to the Martial Soul Hall. If it's an enemy rather than a friend, I'm afraid the Martial Soul Hall will encounter a fierce battle. Tang San. Ha ha ha, I knew that the martial soul hall has committed many evil deeds and will be judged by the heavenly way. Now that the powerful God King is assisting me in the heavenly fight, this victory must belong to us. Avalanche. God bless our country, let the people of Tiando cheer. Ma Hongjun. Great, with the help of the powerful God King, just the martial soul hall can be easily reached with a flick of a finger, Ning Rongrong. Why can't I see the person behind the scenes in the video? I really want to see what the God King looks like. Yu Xiaojiang. The Divine King's demeanor is undoubtedly that of a jade tree facing the wind, with an extraordinary temperament that shines like the stars in the night sky. Tiando everyone, cheering and jumping the other party rushed to the martial soul hall to arrest someone, obviously not caring about Bibidong and the 6 great sacrifices. The enemy of the enemy is a friend. Although this divine king has never met before, everyone has already regarded them as people of the heavenly dough. The video footage arrives at the judgment hall at this moment. Hulena's heart has already turned to ashes. Suddenly, a beautiful figure appeared before my eyes, immediately attracting everyone's attention away. I am Su Yu, the chief judge of Douluo. The saint of the martial soul hall has committed 2 major crimes and is willing to confess. The appearance of Su Yu shocked the entire Douluo world. From the other person's appearance, the age should not exceed 20 at most, and they should belong to the same generation as Qian Renxue. At such a young age, he has already forged the power of a divine king, and I'm afraid no one from ancient to modern times can achieve it. Su Yu was treated as a black robe by everyone, and everyone was surprised and in awe. Hulena didn't expect that the person judging her would be so young and beautiful, and couldn't help but freeze in place for a moment. Willing to plead guilty. After a long silence, Hulena finally struggled to speak up. Although I am extremely resistant to the punishment of exile in my heart. However, the person in front of them possesses a terrifying power that the entire martial soul hall dare not offend. If you disobey the other party, the outcome may not be much better. You're quite straightforward, there's no defense at all. If given another chance to choose, would you still help Tang San? A smile appeared at the corner of Su Yu's mouth, and Hulena's face suddenly changed. Although Tang San was cruel and unjust, he fell into the well and laid a stone. However, Hulena still had a hint of fantasy in her heart. Even if she had another chance to choose, she would still do so. Hulena's silence made everyone already know the answer. At this moment, Bibidong, who was in the martial soul hall, could no longer describe his current mood in words. The beloved disciple cultivated by oneself is actually willing to betray the martial soul hall for the sake of Tang San. How ridiculous and pitiful this is. Why? Why? Yen angrily smashed his fist, his jealousy and anger in his heart were already uncontrollable. Compared to the anger of the martial soul hall, the heavenly Dou Empire is thriving. Third brother, you are really charming. You have enchanted the holy maiden of the martial soul hall like this. Ma Hongjun gave a thumbs up and praised Tang San. Ning Rongrong followed suit and said, third brother is so excellent, which woman wouldn't be interested? Back then, Zhu Qing and I had great admiration for third brother. It's a pity that Xiao Wu got ahead of me. Listening to everyone's praise, Tang San's face was filled with a fake smile. As the son of fate, I should be the center of attention, surrounded by beautiful women. In the judgment hall, Su Yu had already anticipated Hulena's answer. Douluo world, this kind of villain from all walks of life, focuses on destroying the 3 views. Since Hulena still harbors illusions about Tang San. So Su Yu will destroy the last glimmer of hope from the other party. Hulena, since you care so much about Tang San, I wonder if the other person will care about you. If Tang San pleads for your mercy, the punishment of exile can be waived. Let me remind you in advance that hell is full of endless demons and flames. If you are exiled here, not only will you be bitten by countless ghosts, but you will also constantly suffer from burning pain. Even within a day, the the divine mansion could potentially fall. Su Yu's words can be described as earth-shattering. They had never heard of such a terrifying hell before. Even the divine mansion couldn't bear it. Hulena, a small soul saint, would definitely face a near death if thrown into hell. Hulena's face was full of fear. Tang San. Hulena is a person from the martial soul hall. She is like water and fire in our heavenly dough, and they are at odds. We earnestly request the presiding judge to execute her immediately and exile her to hell. Without any hesitation, Tang San said with a righteous expression on his face. He can't even think of Hulena's death now, how could he plead for mercy? Once the saint of the martial soul hall dies tragically, it will surely shake the morale of the army. Moreover, as the other party is Bibidong's confidant, if removed, it will also cause a significant blow to Bibidong. Yen. Tang San, you are a useless son. Nana cares so much about you, but she didn't expect to receive this kind of treatment in exchange. Yen can't bear to watch anymore. Directly yelling and cursing on the public screen. Evil Moon. Tang San and I are at odds. If anything unexpected happens to Nana, I will exhaust my life to seek revenge. Xia Yu joined in and condemned Tang San. Chrysanthemum Douluo. You've been using Nana all along, you love playing bastard, Tang San. Joke, Hulena's own foolishness has nothing to do with me, Ning Rongrong. Don't think of morally kidnapping third brother. From beginning to end, it was Hulena's wishful thinking and had nothing to do with third brother. Ma Hongjun. That's right, the scenery of hell must be very nice. I hope the holy maiden of the martial soul hall can enjoy it, Tang San's ruthlessness and Shrek's gossip. Be the last straw to defeat Hulena. She never expected that Tang San would be such a person, using herself from beginning to end. Unfortunately, you were not able to escape the punishment of exile. Next, feel the joy of hell. Su Yu's indifferent words rang out in the judgment hall. End of this chapter. Chapter 8. Risk of Death, Second Trial Bibidong. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 8 Risk of Death, Second Trial Bibidong. Saint Hulena has been exiled to hell. The footage of her imprisonment also appeared in the light curtain. At this moment, everyone looked at the world shrouded in crimson with curiosity on their faces. Ma Hongjun. This is the world of hell, doesn't it seem like it's anything special? Ning Rongrong. I thought hell was so terrifying, it turned out to be a bright red world, Yu Xiaojiang. This is just surface level. I have a premonition that the true face of hell has not yet been revealed. As a master of first theory, Yu Xiaojiang's intuition is indeed very accurate. Hulena was in hell, but even the title Douluo was close to death. Tens of thousands of evil spirits roam around every corner. Once caught entangled, it's true death. Besides, there are many dangerous factors in hell. For example, the inflammation hidden in the crevices, and the great demons that can even be slaughtered in the divine mansion. A slight mistake is very likely to result in death here. Yen. You bastards, Nana was punished and you all laughed so happily. Evil Moon. Don't bother with them, I believe Nana will definitely come back safely, Ning Fengji. It doesn't seem like that's possible anymore. Just as Evil Moon thought there was no danger in hell, a group of ugly-looking demons suddenly discovered Hulena. Upon seeing this scene, Hulena's expression instantly changed. As soon as she arrived here, she felt endless pressure. This place is even more eerie than the capital of slaughter. Hulena originally intended to stay put and endure the day. But who would have thought that the accident happened so suddenly? A group of evil spirits emerged from somewhere and began to attack her side. Damn it, we must find a safe place to hide first. Hulena turned around and ran away. Just a few steps away, a flame suddenly burst out from the ground. Although she had already dodged for the first time, the scorching flame still burned her right arm. Excuse me, danger is everywhere in this place. It's probably not that easy to spend a whole day in peace. Hulena finally realized the seriousness of the matter at this moment. As the golden generation of the martial soul palace, she thought she could easily break through hell with her own strength. Just like when we crossed the level in the capital of slaughter. But not long after being exiled to hell, Hulena was already sweating profusely. There are countless evil spirits chasing after them, and invisible dark inflammations are buried everywhere around them. A little carelessness, she will fall here today. I haven't seen the human breath in a long time. While pondering, a hoarse voice suddenly came from beside. A red-skinned demon carrying a skull was staring at Hulena with a predatory gaze. At the moment of eye contact, Hulena's heart trembled and she felt a tingling sensation on her scalp. The other person's eyes were empty and murky, like an abyss. You are my prey. The red-skinned demon roared and rushed forward, throwing the skull in its hand like a huge rock. Hulena dodged sideways, and a large pit suddenly appeared in her original position. Soul Douluo strong. Based on the opponent's attack power, Hulena immediately guessed the strength level of the person in front of her. She is only a soul saint now and cannot compete with it at all. Without any hesitation, Hulena resumed her escape. Along the way, more and more evil spirits are attacking. Hulena sometimes couldn't dodge and had already left over a dozen bloodstains on her body. Yen. Oh no, Nana is in danger. The martial soul hall, upon seeing this scene, Yen was instantly anxious. Hulena has only been working hard for a while now, and she is already covered in scars. If she continues like this, by the time her soul power is depleted, it will be a dead end. Yen. Damn judge, if there's anything you want, come straight at me. Don't bully Nana, evil moon. Release Nana quickly, I am willing to take him to accept punishment, Chrysanthemum Douluo. Your Excellency, do you have any conditions to speak of? As long as you can raise your hand, I am willing to agree to all your demands. The people in the martial soul hall couldn't bear to watch and started talking to Suyu on the public screen. Suyu ignored it and continued to look at the screen. Once punishment starts, it won't stop. Whether or not Hulena can survive from hell depends entirely on personal luck. At this moment, in hell Hulena, who had consumed most of her soul power, decided to give it a try. If we keep running, we will only have a dead end. Martial soul true body. A charming fox appeared from behind. Hulena retreated and charged straight towards the evil ghost behind her. Although there are many of these monsters, fortunately their strength is not strong. The only thing to be wary of is a red-skinned demon. The battle started quickly, relying on soul bones and the realm of killing gods. Hulena finally resolved all the troubles at the cost of serious injury. I thought I could escape this disaster, but a new danger has arrived. The sound of fighting just now attracted many evil spirits. Hundreds of densely packed black figures began to surround from all directions. Hulena was in despair, completely stuck in place. After just one battle, her soul power was almost depleted. It is impossible to break through the encirclement again at this moment. Get lost. This human is mine. Suddenly, a headless monster covered in vines appeared. With a wave of the wooden vine in the opponent's hand, the massive monster instantly cut through. Title Douluo. Seeing this scene, Hulena and all the viewers were shocked. The strength of headless monsters is at least level 96. Hulena is being targeted by the other party, there is no hope of survival. Tang-san. This hell is even more terrifying than the capital of slaughter. Every monster that appears unexpectedly has the power of a title Douluo, Yu Shaojiang. I just don't know where this hell is on the mainland. I've been exploring history for so many years, and I've never heard of it before. Ning Rong Rong. Ha! Even the master doesn't know where hell is. Dai Mubai. There is no record of the Star Luo royal family either, it seems that this hell has a great origin. Tiendo and everyone didn't care if Hulena was in danger, so they had to wonder where the hell this place was. Bibidong Ben didn't want to get involved in this matter, but seeing Hulena being targeted by the title Douluo, he couldn't help but plead. Bibidong. Your Excellency, please spare Nana's life. Although she has done something wrong and betrayed the martial soul hall, I have punished her. Please return her. Su Yu. I don't need your guidance on how to act, Bibidong. Hulena is a person from my martial soul hall. Why do you judge her? Su Yu. You're not a good person either. When the sentence ends, you will be the second judge. Exile to hell is a punishment for traitors. No one should interfere until the specified time arrives. As for Bibidong, Su Yu originally didn't want the trial to be so fast. But since the other party wants to constantly brush their presence, then let's have a second trial. End of this chapter. Chapter 9. Bibidong gives up the papal throne and joins hands with the 6 great sacrifices. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 9. Bibidong gives up the papal throne and joins hands with the 6 great sacrifices. Bibidong. Bastard, you deserve to judge me for anything. I am the Pope of the martial soul hall, and even the royal nobility do not have this qualification. Su Yu's words made Bibidong furious. As the Pope of the martial soul hall, she is the supreme existence among soul masters. The 2 major royal families and the 6 major sects dare not say so. How can the other party judge themselves? Ma Hongjun. Support. Strongly support. Hurry up and die, Hulena. I really want to see the trial Bibidong now. Avalanche. The Heavenly Do royal family also supports Your Excellency, Ningfengji. The martial soul hall has committed many evil deeds and should indeed be judged. The 7 Treasures Glass sect also supports it, Tang San. Do you see that? This is what people want. Bibidong, just wait for you to accept just sanctions. Chrysanthemum Douluo. Bold, Your Majesty the Pope has a noble status. Can you judge him? Yen. If you dare to come to the martial soul hall again, I will let you die without a burial ground. The martial soul hall hates Su Yu to the bone. Shirling Hulena is in danger, and now we have to try Bibidong again. However, the Heavenly Do royal family and the forces hostile to the martial soul hall are strongly supported. If Bibidong can be removed, they can save one big trouble. As for the attitude of worshipping the temple, it is to choose to observe the fire from the shore. If Qian Renxue takes over the Pope of the martial soul hall after that, the worship hall will also have to take action compared to Bibidong. Although it's not urgent yet, if Su Yu were to be judged, the 6 major offerings would not stop him. The argument on the public screen is not over yet, and Hulena's side is almost unable to hold on. With the appearance of the monster with the title Douluo, Hulena was directly whipped 100 meters away. Feeling the loss of soul power in her body, she was already desperate. The holy maiden of the martial soul hall, the supreme existence, has fallen to such a state because of Tang San. The other party not only showed no sympathy, but also hoped that she would die soon. At this moment, endless regret engulfed Hulena. If she can go out alive, she must never give up with Tang San. The headless monster gradually approached, just as it was about to catch Hulena. An accident occurred. 2 great demons are engaged in a fierce battle nearby. The aftershocks generated directly shook the headless monster away. Hulena seized the opportunity and quickly ran towards the direction of the great devil's battle. She knows that this is currently the only chance to survive. Even if it's a near death, he will try his best. Tang San. A first-level divine mansion. How could there be such a presence in hell? Yu Xiaojiang. Oh my God, it's unbelievable that there is such a terrifying place in this world, Ning Rongrong. It's too scary. I will definitely not go to hell in the future, Oscar. Don't worry, Rome. You're so innocent and lovely, you definitely won't go to hell. Ma Hongjun. That is to say, only sinners from the Martial Soul Hall will go to hell. Maybe the next one to go to hell is Bibidong, Dai Mubai. It's really possible. I suddenly got a little excited. Avalanche. I hope the presiding judge will also send Bibidong to hell. Tiendo Empire, the avalanche is so funny that my mouth can't even close. Hell is so terrifying. If Bibi were to be exiled to the east, it would be a near death. If we can take this opportunity to eliminate this great enemy, the Tiendo Empire can easily win the decisive battle at Jiaoling Pass. Your Majesty, God bless Tiendo. Even if Bibidong died, it wouldn't waste our hard work for so long. Yu Xiaojiang took the opportunity to brush his presence. The avalanche is in a good mood, and we are already planning to give rewards based on merit. Master, I have been working hard for my heavenly Do Empire for so long. When the war is over, I want you to be revered as the first military commander, so that your reputation can spread throughout the entire royal family and nobility. Thank you very much, Your Majesty. It is my duty to share the worries of the Tiendo Empire. Upon hearing these words, Yu Xiaojiang's lips immediately lit up with a smile. This useless person can finally become famous on the mainland. As long as Bibidong dies, he will be the great hero of this decisive battle. In the future, not only can we get rid of the name of waste, even the heavenly Do royal family would yield to him 3 times. At this moment, Yu Xiaojiang just wants to accept the trial faster than Bibidong. Although the two had a romantic relationship before. But in the face of eternal fame, Bibidong is nothing. And now that I also have Lu Erlong, I don't even care about Bibidong. Hulena didn't die. Just as the Tiendo Empire was proud, Ning Rongrong realized something was wrong. Hulena, who was originally on the brink of death and was about to be hunted by evil spirits, miraculously became safe. Because she was hiding in the battle area of the 2 great demons, the previous monsters dared not approach. With her last bit of soul power, Hulena found a small hill and hid. At this moment, there are more than 10 scars on my body, accompanied by burning pain. Hulena's delicate little face couldn't help but shed tears. She never imagined that one day she would fall into such embarrassment. I was really blind at the beginning, and unexpectedly fell in love with a hypocrite like Tang San. Yen. All those who make Nana cry, I want you to repay me 100 times. Yen saw the appearance of his beloved goddess and pounded his fist with heartache. Xiaoyu remained silent, with a stiff expression on her face. If Hulena hadn't betrayed the martial soul, perhaps she wouldn't have ended up like this. His Majesty the Pope, there are monsters in this hell that are comparable to mansions. If you are exiled there, there may be danger. Why don't we join forces with the Temple of Worship to prevent the other party from being reckless again in the Martial Soul Hall? Ju Douluo looked at Bibidong with concern and said. Previously, Black Robe came alone to the Martial Soul Hall to catch someone, but even Bibidong and the elite members of the Martial Soul Hall couldn't keep him, which shows how terrifying the opponent's strength is. At present, in order to ensure that Bibidong will not have any accidents, we can only seek the help of the 6 major worshippers. Otherwise, Bibidong wouldn't be able to resist it at all. As for the trial, although the Martial Soul Hall opposes it, it cannot stop Suyu. Damn it, who exactly is this person? Why has he been staring at the Martial Soul Hall without letting go? Bibidong was both angry and angry. The other party tried not enough of a Martial Soul Temple Saint, but even tried her as the Pope. Suyu's identity is unknown, and Bibidong doesn't remember offending the other party. Why keep staring at the Martial Soul Hall for trial? Is it difficult for the Heavenly Do Empire to have no criminal charges? Elder Chrysanthemum, go and invite the 6 major worshippers to come. Just say I'm willing to give up the papal position. I hope they can join me in preserving the face of the Martial Soul Hall. Bibidong is at a critical juncture in the assessment of the divine mansion. The last step is to achieve the position of Rakshasa. At this moment, she must not have any accidents. Even if it means relinquishing the papal position. As long as she achieves a divine mansion, she can still retrieve just one papal position. Your Majesty. Will this cost be too high? Douluo's face changed and he couldn't believe that Bibidong would make such a choice. Bibidong waved his hand without further explanation. Strength is the most important thing. As long as one achieves the Rakshasa god and regains the position of Pope, the 6 major offerings dare not defy themselves. End of this chapter. Chapter 10. Martial Soul Prison Face Shura, born Full Soul Power Level 30. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 10 Martial Soul Prison Face Shura, born Full Soul Power Level 30. What? Bibidong is willing to give up the position of Pope. The news brought by the chrysanthemum light shook the temple of worship. As the most loyal supporter of the angel clan, the 6 major offerings will only be loyal to Qianren Snow. So the papal position must be inherited by Qianren Xue. They never had a suitable reason to dismiss Bibidong before. Unexpectedly, the other party actually sent the opportunity themselves. Chrysanthemum Pass, tell Bibidong that the temple of worship is willing to help her. For now, she will temporarily assume the position of Pope. When the young lord ascends to the throne in the future, she must relinquish it as soon as possible. Golden Crocodile Douluo briefly thought for a moment and quickly made a choice. Although Bibidong has some conflicts with the temple of worship. But after all, the other party is Qianren Xue's mother. Moreover, since leading the Martial Soul Hall, I have been diligent and conscientious. As long as the other party is willing to give up the papal position to Qianren Xue in the future, they can help Bibidong. I'll go back and report now. Douluo's figure flashed away in a flash. Golden Crocodile Douluo looked towards the direction of the Martial Soul Hall, with a twinkling light in his eyes. Bibidong represents the Pope of the Martial Soul Hall. If he were exiled to hell by Suyu, he would have had some face. On the other hand, Hulena finally survived a day of terrifying battles at the center of hell. As the exile period ended, Suyu recalled her to the court of trial. Your luck is really good. Even if the title Douluo comes to this place, it's a near death. Suyu smiled with some emotion. Hulena is full of grievances. Why did you throw me there, you bastard? I have already been stripped of my virginity, why don't you let me go? The more Hulena spoke, the more she wanted to cry. As the golden generation and saint of the Martial Soul Hall, and also a lover of Bibidong, she had a bright future, but now all of this has been ruined. Not only was the position of the Virgin removed, but even Bibidong was disappointed with her. And Suyu was even more ruthless, exiling her to a near-death hell. If she hadn't happened to encounter 2 great demons fighting, she might have really died inside. Do you feel aggrieved? As a member of the Martial Soul Hall, you have betrayed your organization and your mentor. Don't you feel guilty? 300,000-year-old soul beasts were handed over by you, but it's okay for you to feel wronged here. I gave you a chance to repent, but unfortunately you still chose to be selfish. In my opinion, there is no difference between living and dying, you white-eyed wolf. Suyu made a sharp comment, saying that Hulena felt ashamed. The other party's attitude belongs to me. I know I'm wrong, but I still have to make mistakes. Clearly gave her a chance to choose. As a result, Hulena chose to help Tang San even though she knew she would harm Bibidong. What's the use of keeping this kind of white-eyed wolf? Qianren Xue. You're right. Hulena really doesn't deserve to join the Martial Soul Hall. From now on, you can leave on your own. Qianren Xue rarely expresses her opinions. However, Suyu's words went deep into her heart. Hulena is not really a good thing. Everyone already knows the answer, but still chooses the wrong direction. Yen. Give Nana a chance. She was just deceived by Tang-san. I will definitely persuade her to completely sever ties with Tang-san. Evil Moon. Nana is still young, and it's all my fault for not being able to teach her in time that led to her making a big mistake. If there is any punishment, I am willing to accept it on his behalf. I heard that Qianren Xue planned to let Hulena leave the Martial Soul Hall. Yan and Xiaoyu suddenly became anxious. The three of them are the golden generation, and their relationship is the best. Tang-san. You already have a way to take death. Hulena's own foolishness has nothing to do with me, Ma Hongjun. Don't pour dirty water on third brother. Hulena betrayed the Martial Soul Hall without anyone instigating her. Ning Rongrong. That is, if you are willing to be punished on her behalf, if you have the ability, you can go to hell together and die. Looking at the barrage on the chat screen, Hulena finally realized how selfish and foolish she had been before. It's already this time, Tang-san is still laying stones in the well. If you give me another chance to start over, I will definitely kill Tang-san in the Star Forest. After a long silence, Hulena's eyes were filled with a murderous intent and she said. Suyu sneered, there is no chance to start over in this world. The trial is over, you can leave now. After the execution of Exile ended, Suyu summoned the black robe directly and threw the opponent back to the Martial Soul Hall. Seeing the avalanche in this scene immediately made me anxious. Avalanche. Why didn't you kill Hulena? This woman already hates the Heavenly Do Empire. If not eliminated, it will only harm the Empire soldiers in the future, Ma Hongjun. This is such a good opportunity. Why not take action? The opponent is already seriously injured and unable to fight anymore. As long as you take a slight action, you can easily take her life. Tang-san. Your Excellency is not sympathizing with evil people like the Martial Soul Hall, is it? Ning Rongrong. Really, I thought you were different from other men, but I didn't expect you to lose your rational judgment when you see someone who looks good. Yu Xiaojiang. Do you know that this move will kill many innocent soldiers in Tiando? Shrek 7 monsters complained to Suyu, questioning the other party why they didn't take the opportunity to solve Hulena. Seeing this scene, Suyu also smiled. Douluo world is indeed full of villains. His purpose is only to judge, and he does not want to participate in the grudges between the Martial Soul Hall and the Heavenly Do Empire. This group of people is morally kidnapping themselves, it's really disgusting. The grudges between you and the Martial Soul Hall have nothing to do with me. In one sentence, Suyu silenced everyone in Tiando. Previously, the other party had been judging the Martial Soul Hall, and they thought they were standing on the side of the Heavenly Do Empire. As a result, I forgot that Suyu had never truly expressed his feelings. All of this is just their wishful thinking. Your Majesty, this person seems to be a neutral force and has no alliance with the Heavenly Do Empire. At the Martial Soul Hall, when Zhu Douluo saw this scene, a smile appeared on his face. Previously, they were worried that Suyu would stand on the side of the Tiando Empire. If that's the case, it will be very unfavorable for the Martial Soul Hall. However, it seems that although Suyu judges the Martial Soul Hall, he is not close to the Heavenly Do Empire either. Perhaps one day, the one to be executed will be the Shrek 7 monsters, or other members of the Heavenly Do Empire. It seems that the situation has not progressed to the worst-case scenario. Bibidong breathed a slight sigh of relief. Suyu did not kill Hulena, but instead sent her back. This indicates that apart from punishment, the other party will not fall into trouble. But she was a little curious, what charges would the other party be accusing her of next? Just as Bibidong was waiting, Suyu began to examine the rewards he had received after the trial. Stare. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the Martial Soul Prison Face Shura. Martial Soul Awakening comes with a natural full soul power of level 30. With a white light enveloping the whole body. Suyu suddenly felt a sense of comfort. End of this chapter.